Happy Friday. Welcome back to the NOFO Live Show, where I, Sunita, along with my two co-hosts, Tracy from Miss Tracy Kessler and Kelly from NOFO Endless Summer, we hop on every Friday and talk about everything North Fork. It is a beautiful spring-like day today. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. It's beautiful. I was just thinking this morning that we are inching closer to March without really a big cold snow day. So fingers crossed. So far it's been a pretty mild winter, and I'm hoping that we unscathed, if you will. Good morning, Kelly. How are you? I keep hitting the. There you are. Okay. How are you?
Anita, are you trying to jinx us?
I'm trying. I was thinking that as I was laying in bed this morning, going, "Oh my God, it's so nice! It's gonna be March."
Do not talk about snow.
Listen, where I lived in New Jersey, I don't know if you ever watch on the news when they say on the other side of 287, that was me. I mean, we got so much snow. They've already had a snow day this year, believe it or not.
No. No snow days.
No snow days.
Summer
Yes,
early.
Although I feel bad for the kids though, because snow days are really cool, and I keep watching your stories with your little one, and how cute would it be for him to be home?
One snow day, one, and then the snow must disappear the next day. That's it.
Agreed. Like just enough to make a snowman and get all the pictures, and then
That's
okay.
And then I think when it gets all slushy and dirty, and no. None of that.
Yes. We want the picture perfect winter wonderland, But it's been good so far, so I'll take what we have.
Good. I saw that Aki's on here. Did she?
Yes, I'm trying to get. It's like delayed response today to no matter what I hit. There we are. Okay, so we're all
good. Morning.
I literally. Okay, so Sally's also saying the same thing. See, we're all feeling the same vibe. This spring weather is like teasing us.
Are you team snow or team no snow?
Me?
No snow.
What about you, Tracy?
I like one giant, like, keep me in the house snowstorm, and then the next day I would like it to be gone.
Yes. That's
after you make the snowman.
Snap your fingers.
Be on that.
Yeah.
One good day of snow, but then that's about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
If it snows now, I'm going to remind the three of you that you guys wanted it. I kept saying we're getting to March unscathed, but the three of you are like, bring it on. I'll put my pajamas on inside out. Let's go.
I need an excuse to do a puzzle. So that is generally the excuse when it snows.
Put the fireplace going. Yes, love it. We could just
Aki
pretend.
was just in Belgium, right?
What?
You were just in Belgium, Aki. Was there snow there?
Lightly.
Okay.
Very light one day.
So you got your fill.
It was super cold. It was really super cold. And then the day before I left, it snowed.
Okay.
But that was it. It's strange weather in Belgium. Belgium is like kind of like 4 seasons in one day, every day.
Oh, wow.
Skip on the snow actually, but it like at some point it rains always, like if it's in the morning and I always have a feeling that the sun comes out at like 6, if such a thing even exists.
Wow.
Every day. It's like, it's been miserable all day and wet and damp.
Oh, 6 in the evening. You mean 6 in the evening?
Yes.
Oh,
and then
okay.
like all of a sudden, there's like, oh, it's alive. There is somewhere, it's interesting. I'd rather have the weather we have here.
So one more reason to love living on the North Fork, At least we have good seasons.
I think, a lot of people move and want to live in countries or places where it's like warm year round. And even though I will never admit it when my husband says it, because whatever, but it's like, it is nice to have 4 seasons.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think if I'd be under a palm tree, like, year round, it's like, I don't know.
It's the same thing I say about visiting the North Fork. It's like when you don't have it all the time, it makes you appreciate it more. Right. So when you don't have all the when you don't have all that heat and nice weather all the time, it makes you appreciate it.
I'm looking forward to spring. I mean, today it feels like, here I am,
I know.
It feels springy, and I feel that spring brings so much excitement.
Yes.
Um, in every field, in every sector, it's like it's enlightening, you know.
Yeah.
And so, yeah,
We really got into the weather stuff.
Well,
but
I was like, let's back up and introduce our guest.
And
are you? Yeah, I want to know what country you're from, because it sounds like you. Belgium. We're talking about all kinds of countries, so let's jump into it.
Well, I grew up in Belgium. I was born in Germany, and my parents moved us to Belgium. I think I was 2.5 years old, and I stayed there until I was 18, and then I came to this country. I moved back to Europe a few times in between. Like, I moved out here. I moved to the West Coast in 1984, and then between 84 and 95, I moved back actually to Germany and Belgium both, a couple of times for work. And then in 95, something like my heart said, like, I need to go home. Home is New York. And I packed up my bags, and I was one of very few souls on a flight to New York on Christmas Day. I'll never forget it. It was like, December 25th, and here I was, and I never went back.
wow.
So English is obviously a second language then, if you've lived abroad so much. So tell me what other languages you speak. I'm curious.
Really? Well, I speak several languages.
Wow.
I grew up speaking French with my mother and German with my father.
Wow.
Flemish or Dutch is the national language, is one of the languages of Belgium. So I speak that as well. And I speak Hebrew. I speak the old language of Yiddish. And I speak, a fair amount of Italian.
Wow. See, I know nothing about you,
and
but
English.
You just gave out this vibe as if you do know a lot of languages.
Yes.
It's but that's about it.
Well, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's
7 more than I can speak.
It's nice. It's I wish I would have. I'm like scared, that I'm gonna be losing some of the languages. I lost my parents, so I would speak with both of them every day. And I feel the less you speak, I speak plenty, but like the less you speak a language practice, I feel it becomes weird. But I do my best. I'm in touch with enough people where I push myself if it's in writing or, one way or another. It's a good thing. It makes it easy to move around, actually.
For sure. For sure.
It's one thing that I carry in my back pocket.
So, Aki, besides being my very cool European friend,
Yes.
Tell us about your business. I mean, whenever I'm around Aki, I'm like, she's just so cool. I wish I was cool like her.
I'm not how cool I am. I'm enjoying my own juice right now.
So, Aki, tell us about your business. Tell us about everything that you do, and we'll get into a little bit more about like your products and where we can find them on the North Fork.
Okay. Well, I pursued a passion. It's called Aki's Kitchen. I have a different background, but in the midst of me becoming older, there was something that I felt that I really enjoyed doing, which was cooking. There's certain elements of it when you still do it, like I feel on a private level, that can be very, very therapeutic. But I still feel this every day within. If it's within my prep hour or within, especially coming to the North Fork, I have to put that in there. I source mainly from the North Fork, from the farms, and it is enlightening, and it is I take pride in it and really enjoy being in touch with everything that the farmers grow. In Belgium, we eat a lot of soup. My father would always say, my father was a bon vivant. He ate a lot. He was a very large man. He always said that the capital was in his stomach. Like, but he was proud of it, which is a good thing. We should not be so hard on ourselves. No matter what we would do, he would always ask, what's the soup? What's the soup of the day? And we would say like that, you just ordered like 17 appetizers. What? A meal without the soup is not a meal. I don't know if it comes because both parents were Holocaust survivors. I don't, you know, there's a lot that goes back to where we come from, or, you know, what happens in our lives. I found, fast forward, that besides, we always say, bringing, you know, food brings people together, no matter from what background or ethnicity. You know, we all love to eat, or need to eat, love to eat. It brings us together. I feel that soup has no boundaries. Absolutely no boundaries. It is,
Aki,
you
isn't there a book about soup and the sharing of the soup? And I'm pretty sure there is. I'm gonna look it up.
book called Soup.
Okay,
When
there you go.
my girlfriend sent me years ago, when she said, do it, you gotta do it, you got this in you, do it. And I'm like, I'm not a chef. You know, when I say I'm not a chef, people go, you know, for so many years to culinary school, they go through brutal training, you know, and deserve the title that they carry. I wanted to make soup. I make a lot more than soup now, but soup is the core. There is this book. It's kind of like a little bit of a business initiative with a cute story. I will look it up, and I will send it to you. It's sitting somewhere amongst 1,000 and other, like, piled up things. If not, soup is something that I feel falls in every category. It's a full meal. You can feed yourself off it, and you can elevate it. You can make it home style, you know, diet style, healthy, not healthy. It is so, it's stuck with me. I came out here to the East End to really pursue this dream, and I ended up going to the East End Food Institute, and, you know, between my husband and Kate, they gave me the push to pursue. But then I came to realize, soup, just soup. Are we just gonna do like?
Yeah, but your soups are so good. I feel like Aki's really not like giving you the whole picture of her soups.
Like, tell me some of the soups you make. Give me some examples of the soups you make.
So we have a brand new soup, by the way. It's brand new. The labels have arrived. It will get introduced it is currently at the Southampton Market, Hen of the Woods in Southampton, but it's getting really introduced next weekend at Justin's Chop Shop in West Hampton, and I'll be doing a pop-up in Southport, which we'll talk about it as well. It's called the Julienne, which I'm going to introduce first. All of my soups have a little bit of a different flavor profile. I'm not sure if that's the right expression. I'm trying to have all the soups are clean, dairy-free, and gluten-free, because I look to inspire, which I think we're on the right track, a lot of young mothers feeding the children as soon as they can have real food, rather than buying, I don't want to poo-poo anything, but rather than buying some of the packaged, you know, very branded food that you find on the shelf. This you can, you know, it's soup, it's easy, it's liquid, you can make it look pretty, you know, however you want to try and entice the kid to have more vegetables. So I have a broccoli leek soup. We just made
I've had, which is great.
Oh, cool.
I have had.
So it's not broccoli cheddar, it's broccoli leek. We have a celery soup, which is, instead of drinking raw celery juice, it still has other vegetables in it, but it's for the celery lover. We have a cauliflower soup, which is not a pureed cauliflower. It is, the base is the chicken soup, like a Jewish chicken soup. But instead of having chicken pieces, it's cauliflower pieces. It has a deep broth. It's my husband always introduces it as, it's a cross between a French onion and a chicken soup. Whatever that means, I'm not sure.
But you said they're dairy free. So some of these soups you described could traditionally also be creamy. So are yours also creamy minus
the ones
the cream?
that are blended, they taste very creamy, but there is no cream in it. Which allows people who want to add cream, you can definitely do that. I I try to leave an open door for people to work with, with it. Nothing is set in stone. You're not, it's not that there's like a sign that says you should eat it like that. I like when people can actually also do something with it. Like, it's for, someone who's gluten free, they can pick whatever they want to add to it. I just don't want to, I like to keep it neat because I feel neat can lead to other things. We have something that we call a contemporary chicken soup. It's a very modern elevated chicken soup. It has a lot of components in it, from the classic vegetables, the organic chicken. It has rice noodles in there, spinach, peas. So
I remember you have one with curry.
it is actually not curry. It is called the Indian spiced cauliflower soup, which which I'm bringing back.
I believe I had that a while ago.
I don't know why. Like, I've been working on it because there's a few things that I'm tweaking on it. It is a little bit like it's between, if you like Indian food, it's like a little bit of an aloo gobi, but more in a lighter version. But I'm very
Alki, do you cook in your house, or do you have a commissary kitchen, or
I rent a space?
You do.
Yes, so definitely. The Indian spice is no curry. None of my soups have actually curry. I will use like a turmeric or a ginger. So
I think maybe I'm thinking of the carrot. Did that have
carrot lemongrass? So that's another. A lot of people do a carrot ginger. I make a carrot lemongrass. I love citrus. I think it's a happy, it's a happy ingredient. We have so many more soups. We have a spicy tomato soup.
I feel like you've added a lot since I've seen you.
I don't know how with so many soups you have time or even the capacity to think about making other things. I mean, you're like the soup queen here.
This is where the julienne came in. I went back to basics. It's a root vegetable soup, and because I feel we have so many exotic flavors, even though that, I don't know, when I say exotic, I don't want to scare people away. It's like they still have all the ingredients that I think that are easy to digest or easy to enjoy. It's a large variety. Some of them are seasonal. Like I have a roasted butternut squash soup. We kind of done now.
Okay, let's pivot. We know all about the soups, but tell us about the other stuff too.
The salad. So I make a combination of salads and sweets as well, because I didn't want to stick with the title just soup. The salads, we have a couple of basics that we elevate. We have a chicken salad. It's a organic roasted chicken salad. It comes with like peppers in it. Has a little kick to it. It's not your everyday chicken salad. It's also the way that it's like chopped and diced and cared for. Use it in a sandwich.
I love it how Aki just says that her chicken salad is cared for. So she's with love.
Everything
I've never said, "Oh, Marty, I made you this lunch. It was very cared for."
It's it's not like, here's your meal. It's not that.
But at the very top, you started by saying this is your passion. So I mean, not a lot of people say kitchen and passion in the same sentence.
Because you know what? If you're not passionate about what you do, and I think it's the same for you ladies, what I see, like, I don't know when, for instance, Kelly sleeps. It is like, if you're not passionate about what you do, you can't be at the best level. To bring it to the best level, you really need to love what you do. We do
Aki, are you cooking all by yourself, or do you have a staff that helps you?
I have someone that helps me with the prep, and then my other big help is my husband, who infiltrated, and he is a very big help. If it's he calls himself the schlepper, but he does a lot more than that.
Sounds like he's also your taste tester.
Also, which is sometimes does a little bit more than taste testing. I do cook everything myself, yes.
Yeah.
And it's a lot.
It is a lot. I
Okay.
don't
A lot.
Aki, you didn't even mention the juices.
I was just
Okay,
gonna
before we
say-
wait, hold on. Before we mention more, can you tell me where I can get them?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to run out of time and not know how I can get them.
So the website on my Instagram account, you can find my website. We are revamping the website a little bit, but you can find me every Saturday at the East End Food Market
In
currently.
Riverhead.
In Riverhead in April. It goes through April. When the North Fork, when the farms reopen, the soups and the salad, the soups mainly are available at 1760. There's going to be a new location coming soon. We're doing a pop-up February 19th at KK's in Southold.
Excellent.
So it's from 10 to 2. Please come and join us. In Southampton, it's Hen of the Woods. In West Hampton, starting next week, is Justin's Chop Shop. Come the season, East Hampton, you will have Share the Harvest. In West Hampton, I do the farmers market on Saturdays. There's several farm stands in East Quogue, another one in West Hampton, through the website from the Eastern Food Institute. So there is a mix and match. Anyone who's interested in the product, please reach out to me directly via private message or through the website. Send me an email. A lot of people do. And then Eastport General Store has been with me for a long time.
So there are so many places on the North Fork where you can get Aki's amazing.
So we're around every Saturday, tomorrow morning in full bloom in Riverhead. And there's always salads and always sweets. I try to integrate a little sweet in there as well. When I can, I make them gluten-free. It's but everything starts with the produce. This little guy, I owe my husband. It's a combination of like 6 different fruits. It's 100% natural, no added sugar. Kids love it. Grown-ups love it. Some people, spruce it up, come when the sun sets, people love it. It's super refreshing. You can freeze it. It becomes like a slushy at first when you defrost. So it's a very healthy, and it flows with everything else that I do. I
just want to go back to something that you had mentioned earlier about all of the things that you make. You can kind of like zhuzh it up a little bit if let's say you're not gluten free and you want to add pasta or something.
Yes.
Or, for your soups. And also going back to being a busy mom and having options for your kids that are healthy, that they'll eat, that will introduce them to all of these really great things as youngsters is really good. And I'm specifically talking to Tracy because I made this mistake with my son. I was a full-time working mom. I had an amazing nanny. She was from Italy. She was older.
Oh, wow.
She would take the ingredients that were in the refrigerator, which were minimal. Like she would be like, I brought veal, and a rock was in your refrigerator, and I made this beautiful soup for your child. So my daughter had the most amazing experience growing up with what we would call Nona, who would make these beautiful things for her with lentils and vegetables, and now she's an amazing eater. Whereas my son only had me, and now he only eats chicken nuggets. So
I make for one family every weekend religiously chicken schnitzel, and I make it in a smaller version because it became the kids' favorite food. But I think some of my soups, if you decorate a little bit, let's say, the kid doesn't have to be gluten-free. You can make croutons, you can make little finger sandwiches, something to dunk in it. As long as they have something, and it goes further than that, as long as everybody sits at the table, tells a story, asks about, so how was school today? Not about the negative. It doesn't matter if he got scolded at school or whatever. Not about the homework. Like, the weekend, what can we do? How was your day? Let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about that. And you start talking and you start having selection on the table. This is what I did with my kids. One ate nothing, one was always hungry. It's an incredible combination. If you bring diversity to the table, selection, and you find a way to infiltrate the vegetables, which I think are important for the kids, they will eat.
Yeah.
If they will see you enjoy something, they will eat. If you talk about it, they won't.
Yeah.
You know, and add the pasta, add the croutons, add the cheese, add whatever, whatever it takes. And, and I'd be happy. You all want to cook together one afternoon and figure out to do something for the kids.
Oh, we want to, Aki.
Yes, we do.
I seriously, I would do it with pleasure.
I would love
enjoy
that.
around kids. Kids bring joy. They make you smile. They remind you of they it's like they innocent,
Yeah.
And then with food, it's a winning combination.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Winner. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Well, I can't believe we're almost.
Eat any vegetables?
What? What did
What you say,
I
Cal?
said if you can get my son to eat any vegetables, I'm there.
I have tricks up my sleeve.
I do too, Kelly. I make the monster pancakes, which are just banana, egg, and spinach. And Tilly has never had a non-green pancake. She thinks pancakes are green.
He does love pancakes. My newest thing is that I'll hide fruit because he doesn't eat fruit either in a chocolate shake thing. So try
juice. Try our juice. Every single kid is like, I haven't posted anything because like I try to be respectful. I don't know if moms, they come every week. If they really, I will ask them. I'm not sure if they really want to see their kid, like, with the juice. What I'm trying to say is like, I try to stay respectful about that. But the kids go bonkers over the juice.
Yeah.
Try it. Don't even
come up tomorrow.
You coming to see me tomorrow?
See you tomorrow.
You don't even need to tell them what it is. Sometimes a little like, whatever. If they go like, "Oh, is that broccoli?" You go,
"No."
What broccoli? Here, try it out.
Tree I found.
Tilly eats broccoli. She loves broccoli. But like you said, Aki, she sees me eat it. I was cooking it for myself, and then I just would say, like, "Look, mommy eats it," and then she would eat it. And she loves broccoli and cauliflower and all the.
I love cauliflower. I make cauliflower pancakes.
Oh,
okay. It's another thing that I think a kid would eat without, just pretend it's like a potato. I don't know.
In terms of cauliflower, I also love it in mashed potatoes. Yeah, because there's something about grating cauliflower texture that I much prefer to the gooey. I like the mix. So there's another,
gooey. That's the other thing. To make simplicity shine, you really need to have a good hand. And there's mashed potato and mashed potato. Yeah. And when you say gooey, not so good. Not so good. But yes, I do the same thing. You can do it with celery as well, or sweet potato, or, squash, or, I also think that for kids, the more colors, the better.
Yes. Yeah.
I know we're focusing on kids, but all of these things we're saying apply to us grown adults.
I try to do my salads. They're very colorful, and I think it helps people, like jump on the bandwagon to like, to at least give it a try. Yeah. I'll put it this way. Right. Things pretty. And I think it's the same with the kids. I think if you would like plate a lot of things on the table, that's what I used to do. There would be so much happening on the table that they were hungry, so they wouldn't have time anymore to ask you questions like, oh, I don't eat. They end up just, maybe that's the way of going forward with kids. I still have that dream, I have a lot of work to do, but I still have that dream, to be able to feed kids.
Oh.
Well, it sounds like we definitely need to do that cooking lesson because we have a lot more to learn from you, but we have about 1 minute left and we want to make sure that we ask you our NOFO Live 5. So I will kick it off and ask you, if you were going to invite us to meet you for lunch, where would you ask us to meet you?
I love the Turkish place in Riverhead.
Me too.
That is really one of my favorite places.
I have to go.
Oh, it's
I love
excellent.
Middle Eastern food. It's part also a little bit of how I cook. That or barrow. I love barrow.
Yeah.
And for a very easy and quick breakfast, the Lolly's Hut. Also in Riverhead. But
I love that place. I mean, it's insane, but I love that place. It's so cute, so quaint. It's
there's
hard
something
to
about it.
describe unless you've had your own experience there.
So we do healthy, and then we need to do reality as
Yeah.
well. And there is no right or wrong. Everything goes. It's food. It's good food. It's good.
And they're lovely people just behind the counter. I mean, that Lolly's Hut is just, and again, can't describe it. You have to have your own experience.
I have to say this quickly because I owe this to this lady, Paula, who works at Lolly's, and her sister, Christy. Christy was my very ever first paying client ever in River. She's the first person that bought something from me, stayed with me until today. I never ever forgot that. Never.
So sweet.
That's right.
That's important. Other question?
Aki, so are you a brewery or a winery kind of girl, and which one is your go-to?
Winery, definitely. I don't drink beer. I come from Belgium, and it's the capital of beer in Germany as well. Not really my thing. I love the wines from Suru Winery.
Okay.
They have a very, very nice selection. And Macari.
Excellent. Very good.
Now, I'm assuming you're always in your kitchen making soups, but if you are outside, do you catch a sunrise or a sunset, or what do you get?
In my backyard. Unfortunately, with so much work, which is true, I haven't had a chance to really enjoy the beaches on the North. There is so much that I'm missing still from the North Fork. Greenport is so high on my list of doing things. But the only beach if I go to is on the South Fork, and it's called Hot Dog Beach. I don't know if it's because I have a little hot dog as a puppy. But that's as far as it goes. Very little beach time, unfortunately, and I love it. I will go though to decompress. Like if I need to heal myself, I will go to the beach, rain or shine.
Yeah.
So
you should, because you're always working, so you need a little time off.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm going to ask you a question that may be hard to answer. What is your go-to farm stand on the North Fork?
Not fair, Kelly.
You don't have to say. You don't have to say.
It's no, I owe it to way too many people, but there are so many. Of course, 1760s is dear to my heart.
1760, Aki often does a Sunday pop-up with him when they do the Farm to Table Sunday.
Lovely.
So Aki often will be there as a guest chef with Larry cooking. So if you ever want to find fresh food from Aki right there on the spot, you can go to 1760 pretty often.
Beautiful setting, but I definitely I have a Jamesport farmstead, very dear to my heart. I work with Indian Neck, which is out in Peconic. I'm in touch with KK's. We have
all of them, Aki. Just say we love them all.
To be honest, I love all of them.
Yeah.
There is all of them, and it's, oh my God, it's so dear to my heart. I wouldn't be doing what I do, and I wouldn't be doing as well as I'm doing if not for the amazing produce coming from the North Fork.
Yeah.
It's a unique place. It's extraordinary. Seriously.
Where is Indian Neck in Peconic? I haven't heard of that, or haven't been to.
I don't think it's really open to the public. Okay. I don't think it's really open to the public.
Okay.
It is in Peconic.
No, it's Cutchog. It's on Indian Neck Road, right?
Yes.
Down on the curve as you're coming around the curve.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a private farm. Sunita will drive past there.
Well,
it's actually not far from
only grow enough. They only probably grow enough for which makes sense. It's good to know.
It's an organic farm. The produce is again, like, some people like handbags or shoes. I used to do a lot of that as well. Now I thrive, on looking at vegetables.
Frankly, ultimately, that's the reason we asked the question. It isn't really about getting your favorite. It's about everybody being aware of the farms there are and what people appreciate from where, which is why when you mentioned one that I hadn't tried, I was like, ooh, I need to go see what's there, you know?
Because all of them have farm stands. And some of them are, you know, more specialized in certain things. But I recently, through the Eastern Food Market, I discovered, I don't know if you call it Latham or Latham. They're in Orient.
Yeah.
They just before you catch the ferry. Again, you know, it's a very old family farm. It's like so, you know, when the roots are deep, you know, it brings something also different to the table. I think they've been around for a very, very long time.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head with that one, with the deep roots.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But we have so many. It's like endless. You know, whenever I go every week to pick up a produce, I feel it. My head is like, you know, I'm like bobbing in the car because it's like, oh, we haven't stopped here, we haven't stopped there. It's like, and it's the same on the other fork.
Yeah.
There's so much beauty and bounty. It's like, it's why I'm here. It's why I moved here.
Well, we normally end the show asking. We normally end the show asking why you love being a part of the North Fork, but I think you just answered that for us.
It's,
you know,
what is there not to love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have everything. You have the sound on one side, you know, you have water on both sides. I mean, I can't be without, you know, water. The farms are breathtaking. There's a lifestyle that is unique, and especially when you come from a different world, like a different background, or you've lived different places, and you really see how so many people come together. And I will say this, I think this is also important to say, the North Fork has done a lot of good things for me. And when I say for me, that means for my family. When I say for my family, that means for the extended family and everything that follows from there. So, and that all comes from, you know, it started with a seed.
Yeah.
Well, it's so fitting because the Greenport obviously has been for many generations one of the earliest settlements in our nation, if you will. And people have been coming here for years and years and years. And I'm grateful that we all found our way here. Thank you so much, Aki, for joining us. I can't wait to try your soups and salads and all the other good things.
Anytime.
Will you be at the Riverhead Farmers Market tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow.
Awesome.
Maybe not with such a smile, but yes, tomorrow.
Awesome. So for everyone who's
sun is shining, I hope. I hope with tomorrow in the full bloom with the turkey chili, you know, for the lovers, for you know, we have Super Bowl coming.
Yes.
So.
Oh my God, I'm so hungry now. I literally need to go find something to eat after this show. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next Friday.
Super Bowl, Super Bowl. We're even doing like cheddar muffins tomorrow.
Wow.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Take care, ladies. Bye.
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 Happy
Bye.
Friday.